All right. Now the thing is I've been a fan of you since GrindTime. So before all the I hate disaster shit and all that shit, I was fucking with
before
you.
The I hate disaster shit.
Let's be real.
Yeah, you know what? Like, you know what's up.
Like, all right, let's be real. Man. You know what I'm saying? This is the greatest show on earth. We know battle rap.
We keep it funky over here.
Yeah, we
bottom line, bro. I'm already loving
now,
it.
The fact of the matter is like, when the Fresh Coast popped off, you know what I mean? It was some key guys out there that was really rocking it. It was you. It was Awkward because he was using that little direct style or whatever. Dumbfounded was standing out. I think Tantrum was taking a little hiatus.
Damn, you really with the shit, man. You were real. I just want to take the time out to say you're a real hip hop head. I can just tell off the bat, man. That's what's up, man. The fact you like Tantrum and Dumbfounded is crazy because those guys are, Tantrum is an incredible lyricist, man. People need to just. His style is not like popular or anything, but I don't want to throw you off track. But yeah, I just wanted to make that point real quick.
No, hell no. Listen, let me tell you something. When you start talking about hip hop, you can't throw me off track. I love this shit. You get what I'm saying? I love this shit so much that this first question I got for you is probably gonna make you laugh. But what the fuck happened to Illusion Z?
Oh my God! I heard he wanted to make a comeback. I guess I don't know, man. I think he just got discouraged with the style change, in what was popular and what was not. I don't think, you know what I mean. I think and then I think his last big battle was against Dumbfounded. So I don't know, maybe a loss discouraged him and sent him in that direction. But he was really good too, man. That was a smart kid right there, man. Yeah, he was actually.
What I was telling
he was
them,
a smart kid.
What I was telling. I was telling the callers earlier, they wasn't too familiar, that ones that wasn't too familiar with Illusion Z. I felt like Illusion Z was exactly like Newborn. He brings dope material. He had some dope opponents at that time, but he just didn't get that just due because it was so many more explosive people around. Thesaurus, you, Awkward, Dumb.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then you got fucking
that time frame is so many people were crazy. I mean,
it was
you got to think there was cats like Satire.
Y'all had y'all wave.
Satire was nuts.
Wave, when Philly DVD wave, y'all had y'all wave out there in the Fresh Coast with that GrindTime shit when it popped off. Y'all had that shit. I was watching all of it. Dirtbag Man, Satire, all them niggas. I was watching that shit.
Yeah, Satire was crazy.
Real hip-hop.
He fucking was. Yeah, he was frying people. Satire's a real MC though, man. You could even check out his music. He's crazy as fuck.
Listen,
I
didn't see Satire get his ass whooped until Real Deal beat him in the New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve card y'all did.
It was at the end of Satire's thing. He started falling out of it and just going towards the music. But yeah, basically Satire though, when he writes, he has the ability to be one of the best motherfuckers on the planet. I always used to say that. He's actually the more dangerous one out of him and Dumbfounded, to be honest. Though Dumbfounded said him.
One of your battles back then, your transition going into the King of the Dot wave, when you first went up there to Canada Rock, that HFK battle. Speak on that a little bit.
Man, I love these questions, man. The HFK battle was crazy. I set that battle up myself, too, because they already had the world domination shit popping, and I just seen the card. It was huge. I called up Organic. I was like, what's up, man? And they didn't have no budget for me or nothing, so I just put up, we put up our own money. I put up $500 or something against them. And we just battled. I walked away with a G or some shit, and pretty much that's how I came there the first time. They gave me a hotel, you know what I mean, and a plane ticket, and I just showed up. I just wanted to do that. That battle was real hip hop. If you really want to talk, that shit had nothing to do with cutting a check for a battle. There was no tendencies in that besides being a lyricist and bringing that to the table, and just I wanted to the bars that I had. I immediately wrote about them as soon as I thought about them. In one day, I wrote the craziest shit, and I was like, this shit has to come out. So my pretty much my drive for how much I love my bars and how much I felt like this shit needed to be heard is the reason why I was like, yo, I'm booking this battle no matter what. I don't care if I don't get money. I just went out there, and we still weren't getting crazy money back then anyways, you know what I mean? But that was crazy.
And HFK was a new guy. You could have easily took Kid Twist. You could have easily took Jack Shit. Any of them guys. You took a new guy. I took him
for a reason. You know what?
Yeah, the same way. I just wanted to speed people up. I just wanted to let people know how you're consistent. The same way you just took Joe Nye, not too long ago. Same shit.
Right.
He was a hot new guy, and you just you did what a vet do. Okay.
No, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I took both of them. No, the fact that you even mentioned Joe Knight, I'm going to tell you the more driving force, the reason why I took both him and HFK, because they had the Middle Eastern shit to them. And for me, I love clowning on my own shit. I think people, like, think that I just like making Asian bars or some shit. So that was, like, part of letting people know and letting myself enjoy, like, clowning my own shit, like getting satire out of, you know, no pun intended, or laugh out of, you know, self-deprecation type of shit, and just laughing and clowning an Arab and calling him a camel and all that shit. That shit to me is funny because whatever, we don't fucking take that serious. So to me that shit was like the most fun ever. Writing for a Middle Eastern is the most fun ever. And I started battling in Arabic recently just to like expand my horizons.
I watched that battle. I was going to chime in on that as soon as you stopped. As soon as you stopped, I was going to chime in on that. As soon as you stopped. That battle, I don't know nothing that you're fucking saying, but I know
but you can tell the crowd's tripping.
that, no, fuck the crowd. I knew that you yourself was a problem with your craft.
You could hear the
way you was delivering that
the
shit
structure,
in a whole different language. I felt the same energy, Diz. I felt the same.
That's what I
didn't know
bro.
what
Hey,
you were saying,
nailed it.
But the energy was there. It was the same Diz. I went on Angry
Yeah, you nailed it.
A little bit later, and I was like, yo, the culture, we talk about a lot of shit about how people elevate the culture, but nobody talks about what Diz does overseas, elevating our culture bigger than anything. When you
it's
attack
crazy, bro.
a demographic or a fan base that has no familiar.
Look, it's so crazy because what you're saying, I get to experience the love in real life, and it's overwhelming, and then you go on the internet, and it's non-existent. It's like the craziest shit ever. Like, in real life, it's unbelievable.
I'm trying to remember the guy's name. It was at the tip of my tongue, and then I fucking forgot it. He's the only battle rapper that's popular over here. Was popular for a minute. He battled with King of the Dot probably twice. I think his name is something like, it starts with like an H or something. He's from Sweden.
H? Oh, Henry Bowers. Yeah, I battled him too.
Yes. That's
Henry Bowers. Yeah, I battled him too. He's crazy. He raps Swedish too. He's a bilingual rapper too. Oh yeah, he is. Oh, he's rapping in his second language to you. You understand that? He's rapping to you in his second language. That shit's extremely hard to do, bro. I don't think people comprehend how hard it is to actually still be entertaining in your second language, not in your first way of thinking. For me, like, the Arabic shit was a challenge because that's my second language. So I had to format my shit like I do in English, and it worked so crazy, bro. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Des, I want to ask you a question. You're from Cali. You're from the Fresh. What the fuck kind of weed is your best weed? Bottom line, that's what we want to know over here at GSOE.
I'm with the guy who has the best shit ever. I'm not gonna promote it right now over the waves like that, but I'm telling you, I mean, I'm staring at some Private Reserve right now that's absolutely mind blowing. So yeah, Private Reserve, fucking Platinum OG, fucking Diamond OG, what else? All the Diesels, fucking Headband, fucking Chem Dog, fucking OG Skywalker.
You talking about all this? You talking about all this, bud? I'm about to roll up right now. Fuck this shit. Yeah. I'm about to relapse.
You need to get out the street, man. We can't hear nothing but trucks out there.
Hey, Buttah. Hey, Buttah, you driving, roll your windows up.
Oh, he's driving? Yeah, roll the window up, man.
I mean, 95 miles an hour. What y'all do? I'm mad because my favorite rapper this is that. Shout out to the Fresh Coast. That's Buttah from the Black Light. I apologize.
Buttah just got his license back, and he been driving every time they just talk to him.
Yo, listen, because usually he get off of work around this time, so he be making the moves.
I got a question for Diz too.
Let's go.
Listen, my favorite battle you did was Swave. We still be geeking off the Swave battle because that shit was comedy. Yo,
respect, man. Thank you, man.
You went into the Swave. That was your first time,
me, bro.
That was your first time in NY?
Nah, my first time in NY, I battled 10 times in one day, bro. It was for the jump off shit. We battled on the Bronx on the rooftop. We battled on the rooftop in the Bronx 10 times in a row. 10 motherfuckers, 5 motherfuckers twice. You know what I mean? And that shit was the craziest shit ever. Then I came back for the Swave shit. And then I came back after that, and I battled
during that Swave shit, because I know his niggas
then
was
I battled
there,
Nap and
and
Daylight
you know,
in Brooklyn also.
Yeah, well, just speaking on the Swave battle, I seen like what? No. Fuck the Swave battle. Just in particular, what's up with you in this time limit shit? Like you speak on it all. I mean,
I can't hear you breaking up. What you say?
I said the time limit thing. Like, what's your thing with the time limit thing? I know, like.
People always look, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, it always makes me look like I'm the bad guy, but people always trying to play me with the time shit, because I'm going to be real with you, man. Everybody is terrified of me with the time limits, and here's the reality. Everybody is. Everybody. It don't matter who it is. Name a rapper, they are terrified of me and time limits. So every time I'm setting up a battle, it's the weirdest fucking shit ever with people, bro. I mean, people have tried to surprise attack me so many times. Even the cannabis battle, bro. The cannabis battle was supposed to be 3-minute rounds, 3.5-minute rounds. They roll up on me right before the battle, and they're like, check this out. Cannabis is not going to do it unless it's unlimited. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was like, well, check this out. I'm the wrong person to do that to, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to do that? And he's like, yeah, we're not going to do. And then I went in there and I flipped the fuck out. Who knows if he would have even choked and all that would have happened if it had they stuck to the time limits, and then he would have just, I wouldn't have spazzed like that. He probably wouldn't have fucking broke apart like that. You know what I mean? And everybody I've battled always does something funny with the time limits. Every time. Every fucking time. And then, you know what they do? They immediately blame me for it. Because I guess it's like easy to point the finger with time limits at me, because it's been such a fucking widely like known subject that's attached to me. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, everyone is scared to fucking with the time limit. Whenever it's setting up a battle with Dizaster, it's always like, oh, what are the time limits though? Let me get back to you. Like fools just never know what the fuck they want to do with me when it comes to time limits, bro. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
After you did, hey, guess what? You know what? It's the greatest show on earth.
Arsenal's the only one that didn't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, I think we might got some callers for you, bro. So let's do that real quick.
Yeah, let's get it. All right,
you know what? 8349, you're on the line. 8349, you're on the line. Shoot your shit up your gun. Nerve, man.
The pit is mine, man. It's Rebel, yo. What's good, man?
Rebel, what up,
bro?
What up, man? Hold on, let me put these headphones in real quick so I can hear y'all. Hold up.
Hey, Dizaster,
all right, I'm out here now. What's good?
Baltimore, man. You know what I mean? We got
the building, man.
Be around.
All right, what's good?
Shout out to my favorite West Coast battler, man. No lie. Show up,
my man.
Definitely. No, real shit. Like niggas.
Where you from, man?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, man, on the East Coast, man.
Oh man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it just dropped. Rebel versus Roller just dropped. If you ain't gonna see it, man, I fight for you with the Cassidy battle. Everybody says you losing. I say, it's I don't think he lost. And everybody,
it's not
like,
my best performance.
It's not.
But
it's
yeah, I mean,
not.
I do.
My first round was definitely better than anything he wrote. But yeah, whatever.
The first round was so crazy.
We spoke on that shit earlier.
Exactly.
I felt as though it was just a bad situation. You go from battling on the stage for a big audience to turn around telling you that you're gonna battle tomorrow. I see your blog because
all that, but there's so much more. There's so much more than that, but
so I followed your blog. So what you said publicly, I will take heed to, and I'll just quote it. I know you went ahead and you started to use new material, being so that you knew that a portion of your material was already said the night before. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, it fucked up my whole shit. Yeah, I had to reformat my whole shit.
Yeah, so like, if you put all these things into consideration and then not seeing you choke, you know what I'm saying? You got to put that definitely into consideration. You do a lot of like.
Oh yeah, we're professionals now, man. We're professionals now, bro. I'm a vet at this shit. When I was younger, if I choked 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because, and who knows? Pressure could do anything to anybody. But now it's kind of impossible for me to do that. It's too wired into my fucking hardware, man. Like You know what I mean? I could battle anyone at any time and destroy them. You know, I'm not like these other battlers who need weeks to prepare, and you know, and I'm not like these freestyle weirdos either. Like, I could really rap some crazy shit out of thin air. You know what I mean? So,
I think Dizaster.
Got it into me.
I seen your whole freestyle battle you did against Big Cannon. I thought it was dope.
He bombarded me with all written too. He was over there looking for someone to quote unquote battle, and he was like, "Oh, I'm freestyling," and he was trying to like, whatever. I mean, he freestyled a little bit, but like he was just so prepared, and I didn't really care. Like that was whatever.
That nigga,
you know what I mean?
That nigga.
Where I really snapped was the Total Slaughterhouse, where I started picking everyone apart in the room. They got parts of it up there, but what they don't show you is Mook, Rex, all the motherfuckers just getting the fuck out of the way. That's what they don't show you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Mook was out of there.
That's
what me and Mook were cool.
I think y'all deserved a better time slot than what y'all had. It was an entertaining show.
Better everything.
Compared to the other shit that was on Fuse.
We deserved the better everything, but it's all good. We're thankful for the opportunity. I'm still thankful for it, even though it shit didn't work out the way I wanted it to on a lot of levels.
Did you ever see the recordings of the ratings? Did you see how the ratings was?
Wait, the recordings of what?
The recording of the ratings. You know, like how many people was tuned in?
Nah.
I would have loved to know, because I'm pretty sure like the fucking battle rap was on fire when them shows.
Yeah, like
I mean, we were getting a lot of followers, bro. It was everywhere.
The episode when you was singing and shit, motherfuckers was all in unbiased, angry fan, all that shit. Like, yo, Diz, this motherfucker singing.
Yeah, that was real.
You know what I'm saying?
That was real.
So niggas can't say that motherfuckers wasn't tuned in.
I was singing some Dave Hollister. I was singing some Dave Hollister too. Hey, fools don't know shit about that. That's some real soul shit.
The crazy part about it is like the Total Slaughterhouse really showed that, you know what I'm saying, that the side of you that's just as aggressive is just as funny. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I think
I'm a more fun guy. I'm a more, you know, laid back individual than I appear. Sometimes I got a bad temper and I fucking snap, and most of the times it could just be solved with a blunt. You know what I mean? It's normal human shit, but I mean, for the most part, I'm a real positive person.
Small question.
What up?
How I know you was cool with Caddy Ryan. A lot of people in the East Coast, you know, on this side don't really know too much about Cadillac Ryan. I always liked Cadillac Ryan. I thought he was different. Just give us a little take on how Cadillac Ryan was just as a homie, like just being out in the Fresh Coast with Cadillac Ryan. I don't think they know how respected he was out there.
He was, bro. Like, you got to know, like the internet, like, it's all buster shit. Like, you'll see people, they'll be like, oh, he's a racist. He says all these things. Fuck that fucking, you know, whatever. But, bro, the craziest gangbangers out here, black, Mexican, it don't matter. They respected him, bro. The guys at jail, you have to understand how the prison life out here is, and it just gives you a certain label. And then, you know, his thing was, you know, a Peckerwood thing. But, like, at the end of the day, that wasn't him. Like, he loved everybody. I can tell you that. He always called me his Lebanese brother. You know what I'm saying? He always made it sure that he called me my Lebanese brother. You know what I mean? So he was a very racially conscious person, but that's because of, bro, he's a product of what we are fucking, this is America, bro. He's a product of this shit, bro. He was a real representation of what the system does to people, bro. Like, whatever people's perception was of him, there's so much deeper than that. You know what I mean? He was a father. He was a good guy. He was just like everybody else, bro. At the end of the day, most of us are like this, bro. Here, check this out, bro. We all fucking, I say this every single time. We all ate the same little fruit roll-ups, fucking had the same Skippy fucking peanut butter fucking shit when we were kids, and wore the fucking Flintstone. We wore the Flintstone underwears and the fucking the Ninja Turtle shit. We all did the same shit, bro. We're all the same, really. We're all the same shit, and then we just get, you know, we turn into these images. And I guess, like, through time now, people are realizing more who I am. Because for the longest time, people have this perception of me, of this person that I'm not. And that shit is the worst thing ever. Because as time goes along, people are surprised when they find out who you really are. They're like, this ain't him, but it really is.
You know what it was? I think they never got a chance to really go back on that GrindTime channel and really see the passion that you have for battle rap and understand that sometimes your aggression is just your competitive nature. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like you'll be all the way over in California and everybody's over here dick riding over here and they whoever they like and you telling them niggas, yo, step up to the plate, stop being a bitch ass nigga. They'll look at the whole they'll look at the tweet and only see bitch ass nigga and not see this competitive nature of telling them to step up. And like yo just take
No, that's true, but you gotta know something too. No, I hear you. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, you got to know something. Back in the day, though, that aggression was actually, like, real because you got to know when you're younger and you don't have shit and you try to make your name in the world, you're mad about mad shit, you know what I mean? You're still,
young shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're still, you know what I mean, getting turned down by, you know, you're having breakups with bitches and young shit and you're always pissed off about certain things and you just have life issues going on. You don't make a lot of money. You're like 23, you're still young. Like, some people are balling at that age, but come on, man. Like, the reality is, when you're at that age, you're just fucking trying to get it. And it's that age that I was just actually, that's why I'm more laid back now, because I really don't have nothing to be mad about, bro. I'm not going to show up to a battle and want to punch Solomon in his face or fucking rip his head off when I don't have nothing to feel that way against him. You know what I mean? That's why this more sportsmanship Dizaster is coming out. Like, I let dumbfounded blow fucking baby powder in my face. Like, when the fuck would I let anything like that happen?
Too.
I almost snapped Arcane's hand. Remember Arcane? I almost snapped his hand for fucking poking my shoulder. You got to know, I was in a different spot in my life when he was doing that.
I seen all that shit.
I was in a different
with the Grand Prix tournaments and all that shit. I was very
I was in a different
Arcane
spot.
Was hot for about 3 battles. What he did the Grand Prix tournament, he got the chain, got his ass whooped, and he was right going. Like, let's be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't even follow his shit like that. I don't even fucking know shit about him. But the fact that he fucking
the guy I liked it a lot was Caustic. I always thought Caustic was dope.
They should have battled. They should have battled.
I think Caustic match up pretty well with a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Like this because he's very direct. A direct
you talking about
rapper
me and Caustic?
Can go at anyone. Huh?
Are you talking about me versus Caustic or Caustic in general?
No, I'm just talking about Caustic in general. Like
I've battled everybody. That's why I always feel like.
No. You
battled everybody.
like you already over the 75 battle wave. You already over 60-something million and all that. Like you don't get all that shit.
Battles.
Yeah,
92 battles, and those are just the recorded ones.
Right. So,
bro, I'm a warrior.
For myself,
been out here for 15, bro.
I wouldn't
I'm 31. Been out here since
I wouldn't
14,
get pleasure out of
15,
seeing you battle Caustic. Pleasure out of seeing you battle Caustic because that's something that probably I would have wanted to see back then in the Fresh Coast days. I mean, I'm happy to see that you battled Dumbfounded after a while.
I battled Caustic. What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying, now.
You didn't know the mean Caustic battle?
Now. Like, if Caustic was hot now, because a lot of these guys don't know about none of that shit. They don't know nothing about none of the Fresh Coast movement. Right. They don't know nothing about Battle of the Bay. They don't know nothing Grizzle Mania. They don't know none of that shit. None of that
Grizzle
shit.
Mania shit was the craziest shit ever, man.
Nigga,
damn, I got dome from the maid. I got dome from the maid in the hotel. I got dome from the maid in the hotel. I told, who the fuck was I with? I told Bishop. I was like, check this out, bro. Like, fucking go take a walk real quick because I'm about to make this bitch suck my dick. They had, like, a fine little fucking maid bitch that was cleaning in there, and I really made that bitch bob me up in the room. Like, for real. And then we were just out there just going crazy, bro. Like, the Grizzlemania shit was out of control, bro. Out of control. Like, we were out there just... It was, first time Iron Solomon comes back, and then fucking me and No Can was on 1 week notice. Everybody was
one of my favorite battles from No Can Do. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite battles from No Can Do when y'all locked in. That was a great battle. And they said that battle like 6
That was like the end of an era. You know that was you were watching even back then. Look how fucking long we've been in this. Imagine how far back that was. This was like 6 years ago. We're talking right now, and even more, like 6 or 7 years ago. And that was at that time, it was the end of an era that was already going on for about 6 or 7 years between me and No Can. Me and No Can were out here slaughtering each other in the street since we were kids, bro. At like 16, me and him started bumping into each other first time.
Right. That's when I first heard about.
So me and him are running into each other at 16 years old.
That was my first time hearing about
Daylight came later. No, but Daylight came
along
later. This was even name.
When I ever heard his name, I never seen Daylight battle until he battled Latte for I Battle. Like, I was late on the whole Daylight thing. But the first time I ever heard his name is when No Can made a reference to him as being your homie. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he said in the battle,
Daylight's first battle was against me. Daylight was born in the pit. You know what I mean? His first battle is against me. Like, we formed a squad since we were kids out there, and the whole Crack City thing, like, and you see, like, the Great Street whole thing that people think, like, that's, like, all gang-affiliated. It's really more talented guys that just have different backgrounds, and we all grew up together, and we all had a dream together, and we still do. You know what I'm saying? And we're all going to do it together because it won't make sense unless it's complete that way. And we're all popping in some way. My boy AV right now is killing the radio out here. Run me my money, run me my money. I know you heard that song. That's my boy shit. And he was part of the shit. You know what I mean?
Since I've been I've been locked in like completely with this battle rap shit. Like I only been like tuned in with this battle rap shit all my motherfucking Xbox.
I can tell that.
Or working.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, right now, and the culture is expanding, and you know, I started GSOE Radio just to help the culture, not for certain battle rappers that don't blog as much as you do, and just so they can have a grips with the fans, because a lot of dudes that don't
it's
speak
amazing.
much,
I love it.
Yeah, they don't speak much, so they have a hard time building a following because they don't have the charisma, they don't have that. But they are still a person. You see what I'm saying? And we can still relate to them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for the guys, it's like the Danger Zone. We had Danger Zone on here. Danger don't blog that much. But for an hour, so he can talk to his fans, and I can ask him the questions that he doesn't have the time to answer because
that's amazing, bro.
His regular life just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's so simple and fucking basic to think of, but yet it's so, like, nobody does it, and it's amazing that you're doing that. Like, that's what it should be like for everybody. But, yeah, I mean,
you know,
that's a great thing.
The foundation of this radio is when I bring you on here, we do not talk about nothing that you don't want to talk about. This conversation will go anywhere you want it to go. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's good like that, man, because, like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the moment that it's uncomfortable for you, that means that the time that you came on here was wasted. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, you know what though? If you don't want
your fans is going to grind me the fuck up.
You don't want the person. You don't want
like,
the person
who's the dickhead that was interviewing Dizaster?
You don't want the person you're interviewing to have his guard up. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're always interviewing someone and they are comfortable like that, their guard won't be up, because then you ain't going to get the best answers from somebody, because if they're guard up, then they're already just going to be brief with you about everything.
True, and then most of the time when they talk to y'all, they talk to y'all about current events, about how you just wrestled somebody, or you did this in a blog or something like that. I want them to get a nice understanding of your body of work, because that's
right.
What
thank you, man. I like that. This is the shit I'm interested in. No, this is the shit I'm interested in. Like, thank you.
You see what I'm saying? It's the body of work, because here we all are grown. So we understand longevity. These younger fans, they don't understand it. Right.
I be typing that shit out on
like
Twitter
me
all
don't
the time.
understand that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's
my
because you're willing
Rebels.
to, though.
Rebels from
that's
Baltimore.
That's because you're willing to, though.
But Rebel seen that what we was doing, and he was like, "Oh, I'm on deck." Now, by him
you
being
fuck with
on
Rock,
deck,
Rebel?
Say it again.
You fuck with Rock?
With Rock?
Tay-Rock, yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with Rock. That's my mans that I rap with. That's in my same group. That's his people. Like, they real cool, his whole squad. So, yeah, I'm real cool with Rock.
Everybody on the phone fucks with Rock. You know what I'm saying? I met Rock, my very first battle back. Rock hosted the battle, then did a bug with a nigga and shouted me out and all that extra shit.
Yeah,
like,
Rock's a real nigga.
I fucks with Rock the long way. But that's what the culture is about. It's about inspiration and motivation.
No, Rock's on fire right now, but yeah.
Yeah, Rock's on fire.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? No doubt.
Yeah, that last shit him and Two Surfs did was incredible. Yo, that last shit
and they got the
did,
million views
man,
and they didn't even finish.
But look, I'm going to be real with you. It doesn't matter. The first round is enough. Here's the thing. Here's the reality of the situation. I didn't even finish it till like all the other bullshit at the end. I don't give a fuck about that. Like what I got from it was that first round and how much potential they have together. I'm gonna be real with you, man, because I always keep it 100, man, and I have a feeling we are all similar in this aspect. Like, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel like this is the first time since the crazy magic Thesaurus and Ilmac used to create in 2-on-2s, do we have a fucking breaking moment where there's actually something new that's legitimately that fucking, like, it is just a performance. With,
it's interesting.
The thing is, their bars are still not, what they're saying is still not more impressive than what Thesaurus and Ilmac used to say, in my opinion, because it was out of thin air, and it was just so mind-blowing back then because people didn't even have big vocabularies like that. It was just, the shit they were doing back then was just, like, unreal. We used to feel like, you know, that shit was magic, like, for real. And their performance, though, the performance where Tay-Rod and Susur were able to surpass them was the performance level, bro. They've never had a moment where they performed at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
nobody's
ever had a 2-on-2 moment that was performed at such a high-intensity, just mind-blowing level. Math and Cortez are really close, but it's still not like that. That first round was fucking some other shit.
Yeah.
All right, question for you, Diz, since we on the 2-on-2 shit. What's your score on Ilmac versus Thesaurus versus Quest McCody and Marv 1, Part 1 and Part 2?
I mean, honestly, I have to watch it again, but I mean, the way I remember it, it was like they did good, like, in one of them. Like, Quest and Marv got him in one of them. Because Marv was... Quest was always really good, but Marv
losing the first one.
Bro, here's the reality. At the time, it was the best people in the world were these guys. It was Thesaurus, Ilmac, and then it was like Marv and Kid Twist, bro. Those were like the fucking guys that were right there with Ilmac and Thesaurus that were just incredible, and there were anomalies. Like, Kid Twist was a fucking absolute fucking anomaly at the time, and Marv had such a fucking funny, roasting, crazy ability at the time that it was unbeatable. If I would have battled Marv back then, he would have torn me in 100 pieces, bro. It would have just been a massacre. He would have killed me off, like, badly.
Yeah, no, Marv was nasty back then. I think PH was nasty back then, R.I.P. the big homie.
PH was always nasty, bro. He's the only guy that's legitimately beat me.
Yeah, and then listen, when he came back and went for that chain run, oh, my God. He was in rare form. I think PH was spitting some of his best material when he came back and did them few battles with King of the Dot. Like, that nigga, he was spitting that shit.
Yeah, man, and the thing is, PH always took his battles serious, man. He's not like a money-hungry guy. He's always, man, fuck, man, there's so many homies that we've lost in this shit that were just unique people. Like, PH, like, is such a gem, bro. It's fucking mind-blowing because he loved everybody, bro. Like, PH was not, like, to us, like, the New Yorkers we always look up to, these are the New Yorkers we look up to because when we were younger, we fucking, like, Talib Kweli, there's certain cats that we looked at, they're, like, fucking, like, hip-hop, like, fathers almost in the shit, and KRS and the whole fucking line, you know what I'm saying, and it, just to look back on the whole thing. Hold on, let me, 1 second, man.
All right.
Yep. That was crazy.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Your neighbor's already. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Fucking. I'm like at the homie's house and like their neighbors are tripping and shit. But imagine a disaster like on the balcony just screaming. Man, I'm pretty sure this is awkward to everybody. So not to fall off track. What we're talking about. So PH embodied that universal, I love everybody from everywhere New York thing, not the more fucking like just conservative, bigoted fucking shit that you're seeing now. Like this was the real shit. Like PH listened to everybody from everywhere and gave props to everybody from everywhere. And he had his whole, like, to me, anyone who's fascinated in other cultures, like he was crazy into the Japanese culture like I was. We used to talk about mad shit like this all the time. And he was just an extremely intelligent guy to top it all off, like just with just theories about life and just mad shit. Like me and him used to have crazy deep conversations about this shit. It sucks like the special people like that go away, man. I'm like having a moment right now, but yeah.
moments like that is great, man, because good people need to be honored at all times, especially when we think about them, you know what I mean? And every time I ever seen PH or ever heard anybody speak of him, he always was a good dude. I always had the privilege.
He was so proud he beat me, man. He was so proud he beat me, and I'm so glad, like, whenever he would ever say that shit in public, he'd be like, I beat Dizaster, though. I never used to take that away from him or try to be like, no, I was debatable, or you know how rappers are, you know what I mean? I used to always give it up to him, you know what I mean? And I'm happy I wasn't one of those fucking dickheads, you know what I mean? And that's why my attitude towards life and people in general keeps me more, like, at ease, that if I know if any one of these rappers pass, they'll know, like, God forbid, you know, that's why I always tell cats that are talented, they're talented, and I give props to a lot of people, because you need to let people know that they're dope, man. Like, you just, you know.
Definitely. That's something that we press the issue on this show a lot, that, you know, it's okay camaraderie and competition. It's okay to tell them that he's dope, but if it comes about where I kill you. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, that is
okay
the
to tell him that he's
bro.
dope.
I was watching boxing, the 2020 most greatest, like, sportsmanship moments in boxing, like, yesterday, and I was just randomly going through shit like that. And, bro, I forgot who it was. It was this Armenian fighter, I think, you know what I mean? Fucking knocked Cuz out cold, bro, then held his head and, like, fucking, like, took his mouth guard out, poured water on him, like, fucking, that's, like, the fucking real shit, bro. That's the shit that I live for, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you see with Iron Solomon, that's, like, the shit that I was on, because I don't really got no grudges against somebody that I'm going to face in the ring that's exactly like me. This person has a similar life to me. If anything, he's the most person that understands me more than my friends do, because my friends are just normal fucking people. I'm not fucking friends with battle rappers on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So the person that you're standing in front of, you can relate more than anybody, bro. And they go through the same shit as you. They have to deal with the same sacrifices, and most of them have to go through all the same bullshit you have to go through, you know, in order to become as strong as they become. Like, if you look at Solomon, like, that's why I respected him so much, because he's been through so much, bro. You got to acknowledge that in your enemy or the person you're fighting, or then what the fuck do you fight, bro? You know what I mean? And that's pretty much why I'm only battling people I respect. That's it.
No,
I'm done battling people I don't respect.
No, I feel you. I'm 1,000% on that. You know, I've been doing this shit for 2 years already, and I only got 8 battles, because if I don't got some form of respect for you, I just won't do it. The only one I did.
You've been battling for 2 years? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 32, but I came
that's
back.
That's still amazing,
you know,
though. Like, that's okay, bro. Don't
feel.
Yeah.
No.
Cool,
The twist,
fuck, man, that you're doing
twist to it for me. See, the twist to it for me is I'm an OG here in Philly. You know, when Reed and all of them was making a run, I was the guy that had the camera doing the DVD shit. One of the number one DVDs in the tri-state the whole night. When everybody was doing the come up, Doggy Diamonds, and Smacking all of them was out here, I was out here too. But the thing changed for me because I'm not a show off. I like to put on. Like, if I could watch somebody that I inspired get further than me in life with this music shit or anything, I'm great. That's an accomplishment for me, myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've seen my
not
little
everyone's
homies
genuine
sway
like
in the
that.
morning. That shit, it thrives for me. Because you know why? Because that same input that I gave him to help him go far, I'm going to do the same shit for my kids. And God knows how far they going to go, because I can deal with them 24/7. See, dropping jewels, I'm giving them to the outside for now, but what I get in my kids is going still in them for a lifetime, so they can do the same thing for theirs. You know what I mean? But not to go off track. The point is, the point is, the moment that we understand that we on our grown man shit, we can't look back, because then that's when everything starts fucking up.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying? It's like all these little ignorant niggas, they winning at being ignorant, but the moment that their conscience come in and say that this is wrong, and they don't tap into that wrong and just be like, oh, let me clean shit up, that's when everything dominoes effect for everybody. It's just a course of life. All this shit is
ain't shit like experience, though. Experience is stronger than everything. That's why the age thing, like, you know what I mean, it's actually good. Like, the more you age, the experience becomes stronger. As long as your passion is there shouldn't be anything able to stop you. And in fact, you should be able to. I'm becoming stronger. As the years go by, I don't know what the fuck's happening to me. I'm becoming smarter, stronger, and all that shit. So to me, I do not want to go backwards. I don't want to be 25-year-old Diz, 26-year-old Diz. What the fuck? Like, I didn't fucking know as much as I knew now. Fuck that. I'd be annoyed if I had to deal with that person. You know what I mean? So,
right.
It's all about how much you progress and, like, you know what I mean? We in battle rap, bro, we're in such a moving machine, man. This machine, like, it's the real shit, man.
No,
month after month, the people that were on top become the fucking butt of the joke. You know what I mean? Like, this shit does not have no remorse for anybody, and the people that do understand longevity and that have survived are either real warriors or they've just played the fucking camping game, like the Call of Duty guys that camp out. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and drop names, but we know who those people are because
no. Listen. One thing about GSOE Radio, the facts are the facts. You talking about the murder moves, the loaded luxes.
No, we're going to keep it positive.
Only battling a few times.
No, we're going to keep it positive, though, but that's the real shit,
It's very positive because I'm going to bring the positive, I'm going to bring it down to you. Say on this show, and we say it all the time, there is no right or wrong way to do this battle rap shit. You can have 50 battles, you can have 10. The only wrong thing to do is if you're not being original with your material and you're not playing to win. That's it.
Right.
So by them sitting and chilling, that's what they decided to do. If the fans decide to still love them for it, then all praises. But if they decide to walk away,
I think it comes from real fear. I think it comes from genuine fear, man.
I'm saying from an outside perspective, as a fan, if I was watching you and you decided to take a break, if I decide to turn and watch somebody else,
but you gotta understand, I'm allowed to take breaks. If I took a break, people would be like,
I'm just saying, period, because this is the entertainment that 4 months is a year to this shit. 4 years is 10 years in this game. This is just how it is. Everybody, 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're old. You know what I mean? It's just like that's how these guys play, and we don't know how they play. We just play the game. You know what I'm saying? When you go into your battle, you know you give it your all, but you don't know if they're going to give you your all back in return, which you just gave.
Right.
But when you do get it back, it's just a blessing to what you're doing with your craft. You see what I'm saying? That's all it comes back to.